Calaroga Shark Media.
Live from the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, this is Ballot.
By the way, I also dropped an episode last night, so be sure to download that one too. Thanks. Okay, let's hit this. Remember back in 2008 when Barack Obama's Democratic National Convention was basically a Hollywood blockbuster? You had Jennifer Lopez making an appearance, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner doing their power couple thing, and Kanye West, before he became a professional Twitter troll, actually performing at an Obama party. It was like a season finale where all your favorite characters showed up, and the ratings were through the roof. Fast forward to 2024, and we're in Chicago for the Democratic National Convention. The star power? Still high. The stakes? Higher. And the celebrities? Well, let's just say they're doing their best to keep up with the never-ending election sequel that America has become. It's like Hollywood heard that the political scene needed some sparkle and decided to bring out the big guns, just with a few more wrinkles and a lot more Instagram followers. This time around, John Legend, who's basically become the DNC's house band, is back at it, headlining a gig for Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. It's as if he's contractually obligated to perform at every Democratic convention until the end of time, or at least until Chrissy Teigen tells him he's grounded. And speaking of on-screen politicians, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who nailed the role of a fictional vice president on Veep, will be hosting a panel with the nation's 8 female Democratic governors. Let's hope she brings some of that Selena Meyer sass to the stage, because this convention could use a little more HBO drama and a lot less C-SPAN. But the real buzz? It's all about whether Taylor Swift or Beyonce, basically the queen and princess of everything, will make a surprise appearance. Both endorsed Biden and Harris back in 2020, so now their fans are crossing their fingers for some musical magic in the Windy City. Swift's in London wrapping up her Eras tour, but hey, a private jet can work wonders. Meanwhile, Beyonce's camp is radio silent, which is exactly what you'd expect from the woman who could drop a concert in your living room and still make it look like it was all part of the plan. And if you think Swift's fans, those dedicated Swifties, are just sitting around waiting for a miracle, think again. They're ready to storm the convention like it's the front row of a sold-out show. The DNC even set up stations for making friendship bracelets, because nothing says we're taking down Trump like some beaded jewelry inspired by a Taylor Swift song. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and Governor J.B. Pritzker are under the spotlight as they aim to pull off this massive event without a hitch, continuing Chicago's legacy from the successful 1996 convention and further distancing the city from the infamous 1968 DNC. I mean, there's zero chance there will be protesters this time around, right? Televised coverage will be extensive, with major networks and streaming services providing live broadcasts. Even significant podcasts like Ballot are here. We think maybe even Pod Save America is here. But their producers all get 9 weeks vacation, and most importantly, 12-hour rest breaks between shifts. So we have no idea how they can possibly have anyone who can actually, work. But that's John, and Tommy's problem. My problem is the Harris hottie I met last night is a little clingy. The Democratic National Convention in Chicago is taking a bold step into the social media age by handing out coveted speaking slots to 5 social media influencers. That's right, in a move that would make traditional politicians cringe and TikTok stars dance. The DNC has decided that the best way to connect with voters is to let influencers with a combined 24 million followers take the stage alongside, actual politicians. Meet the new political heavyweights, Deja Fox, Nabella Noor, Carlos Eduardo Espina, Olivia Juliana, and John Russell. If those names don't ring a bell, don't worry. They're not exactly household names, unless your household is completely made up of Gen Z, who think voting means double tapping an Instagram post. These influencers have built their empires on makeup tutorials, cooking videos, political rants, and probably some "I just woke up like this" selfies. Now, they'll be rubbing shoulders with the likes of President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and former Presidents Clinton and Obama. So, what's the plan here? The DNC seems to be betting that by giving these social media stars primetime slots, they'll be able to tap into the elusive youth vote. Because nothing says "I care about your future" like watching a TikTok star explain immigration policy in between dance challenges and makeup hacks. And just to make sure they feel right at home, The DNC has set up a special creator platform in the convention venue, complete with a VIP box for influencers to film their content from the best angles. Because what's a speech without the perfect lighting and hashtag? Deja Fox, the 24-year-old reproductive rights activist, will kick things off by speaking about abortion rights on the same night as President Biden. Let's hope she can fit all that gravitas into a 60-second clip. On Tuesday, Nabila Noor, a Muslim American influencer known for her makeup tutorials and cooking videos, will take the stage to discuss a bold vision for America's future. Nothing says bold like transitioning from a contouring tutorial to national policy. Carlos Eduardo Espina, who usually posts in Spanish about food, soccer, and politics, will break out the English skills to talk about immigration on Wednesday. We can only hope his 2.5 million followers are ready for something a little spicier than a recipe for tacos. Also joining the lineup is Olivia Juliana, who proudly labels herself a plus-size queer Latina from rural Southeast Texas. She'll be tackling the light topic of freedom while trying to rack up as many likes as possible. The grand finale on Thursday will feature John Russell, a self-described dirtbag journalist from West Virginia. This guy is all about labor unions and the working class. But don't worry, he's got a social media bio to prove it. He'll be speaking on the convention's final night, which is themed around how the 2024 election is a fight for our future. Because if there's anything the future needs, it's more influencers telling us how to vote. So there you have it. The DNC's master plan to reach the youth vote by swapping out seasoned politicians for the kings and queens of clickbait. Let's just hope they don't try to solve healthcare in a viral challenge or decide foreign policy with a Twitter poll. After all, what could go wrong when the future of democracy is in the hands of people who probably spend more time editing their selfies than reading the Constitution? Portions of today's program were made with the help of AI. Hey, since the DNC is inviting social media influencers, do you think that Hawk Tuah woman is here? Man, I'd sure like to meet her. I may or may not have another episode for you later today. Let's see if the building fills in at all, or if I meet Hawk Tuah, in which case the episode may be delayed by between 4 and 15 minutes.